Hi, I'm Peter Grant, and I want to spend a couple of minutes talking through our values as a business, and it'll give you an insight into the DNA of the company. So we'll cover several things, but the first one is the subject of DNA, and I think the two things that stand out above all else are the importance of honesty and trust. But beyond that, there's also the whole subject of discretion, professionalism. So that's a very important part of our DNA, as is communication. We may sometimes over communicate, apologize about that in advance, but better to do that than not to communicate. And last but not least is our ambition. We're ambitious for ourselves as a business, and we're most certainly ambitious for our clients and the success of their portfolios. So that gives you a feel for how we'd probably summarize our DNA. In terms of ethics, a very important part is friendship and fun. And I like to think that clients are friends, and many have become friends, and many friends have become clients. So those things become totally intertwined. But we are definitely very focused on support and help and the whole ethos around service and also respect. And from that come a great many outcomes. So we've got informed solutions, we've got our team always taking personal responsibility. We tend to under-promise and over-deliver. I think it's a good way to do things rather than the other way around. And we put a big importance on innovation and ideas, and we've got groups within the company working across departments who are an innovation group, and we'll look at some of the things that come out of that in a second. And hopefully, the way you can help us back is that when you have a good experience in investing with us, hopefully you will reinvest, and hopefully you'll help us back by telling your friends. To give you an idea of some of the innovations that we've got, the most recent one really driven by the arrival of the COVID-19 virus on the scene was our need to work from home and to innovate around how we would rent out properties. So we kind of anticipated that that would be a problem, and we came up with the idea of taking videos of properties and moving into the business of viral viewings over the web. And in actual fact, our performance has doubled as a consequence of doing that, because we don't have drive times and it's more efficient in terms of meeting with tenants and being able to show them several properties if that's required. So that's been a fantastic one in the very immediate past and present. And going right back in time, I think we were one of the first companies, and probably still are the only company, that actually do what we call pre-let, so renting your property way before it's due to come empty to minimize the downtime when there are no tenants. We obviously through Applecross are taking our whole offering online, and I think that's a great innovation. And in the last year, we introduced health checks. So we're sitting down with clients on a planned basis once a year to look at the performance of their investment from a rental point of view and from a performance point of view, encompassing everything really. And that's something that's received a lot of love from clients. And since 2006, we've been cutting our CO2 emissions. And to explain that a little bit further, we realized the importance of the environment back in 2006, and we managed to cut our carbon dioxide emissions from properties, which account for 52% of all emissions, by about 30% just by renovating them in a different way. And what that boils down to is, amongst other things, these are the main things, but there's various other things as well, as energy efficient appliances, energy efficient heating, and good insulation. And our challenge in 2000 that we've set the team is to try and get to zero emissions. And we will do that by carrying on doing what we've done so far, but adding into the equation the likelihood of moving to electric heating and then getting that power supply from renewable energy sources. So that's something we're looking at actively right now. But as a business, our teams came up with a whole variety of ideas, and we're going to do, amongst other things, switch to electric cars. We've already planted over 350,000 trees since 2006 through our charity we set up to do such things. And we have been working with green energy suppliers for the supply of green energy to our properties, and obviously getting involved in recycling and so on as well. So hopefully that gives you a good insight into our DNA, our ethics, and the way we like to try and innovate and so on, and gives you a feel for our business behind the scenes, as it were. There are several other videos you can have a look at through the Applecross channel, but meantime, thank you for your time. I look forward to working with you and helping you to invest very well.